Hello, Seekers, and welcome to another sixth strength discussion. Today I'm going to talk about brain conductivity. If you don't know what that is essentially the principle that your brain acts as an electromagnetic light bulb, where two halves of your brain come together and you actually emanate a signal that goes beyond your physical body. This touches on other topics like your heart and brain relationship and the human biofield, and we'll get into that tomorrow. I'll touch on one of those two, maybe both of them in one tomorrow. But as of today, we're going to talk about how the brain actually is not just inside of your head. It is actually part of a much larger nervous system that extends outside of your physical vehicle. So, brain conductivity. Your brain has two halves, essentially. Your body is very much like a magnet. Therefore, you have a positive and negative charge in most areas of your body. For instance, your hands. One usually has a positive charge and one has a negative charge. They can switch. They can go either way. The body is a constantly moving and fluctuating thing. Just thinking about it's actually making my palms itch. So the brain acts very similarly. Energy functions by going up through the spine because water is very conductive. And as you know, the spine is filled with spinal fluid, and that electric current flows up the spine and sends pulses through your brain. But a lot of us, let's be honest, most of us are not functioning to where the pulses are consistent, nor are they coming from the center of your brain. Most of us are coming from one side of the brain or the other. Oftentimes, especially if you're used to shooting, if you've ever shot a gun, you're going to know that when you aim, you either aim with one eye, the other eye, or both eyes. You have to know which one, or you're not going to shoot consistently. You can't really shoot with one eye and then the other eye and then both eyes and all typically hit the target in the same spot. If you are, you're very weathered. Congratulations. That's not how it works for most people. This also happens when you're talking to somebody. If you talk to somebody, you will typically realize, whenever you're consciously aware of it and you're looking for it, that you're going to be talking to one of their eyes, or perhaps both. But some people have a tendency to talk out of one eye over the other, and you can actually shift your perspective from one side of your head to the other side of the head so that you can connect with a different part of them. It's a very interesting experience. I like playing with it. Some people notice, most people don't, but it really comes down to which half of your brain you are functioning on. That relates very strongly to awareness, and I will also talk about awareness in a different sense than most people have talked about, but I love it. It's a very powerful thing. Anyways, the breath ties in with the biofield and your physical homeostasis between your whole organism. And as we breathe, we're actually allowing pulses through the body to send up through the brain. The brain, pulses much quicker than the rate of your breathing does, but they are very strongly correlated. And evening out your breathing can allow that flow to become more consistent and therefore send more consistent power pulses to your brain. The point is to have both sides of your brain stimulated at the same time. That's where awareness is very important, is for you to be pulsing from the center outward or the center upward, or just in general using your amygdala instead of one side of the hippocampus all at one time. There could be more science behind that, and I'm sure there is. If you know more, feel free to school me. But as of right now, that is what I know, and that is what I'm going to follow. So, your nervous system is a bunch of little tendrils that spread throughout your body. When you connect your heart, your brain, and your mind all together in one synchronous system, you actually find you expand. And as a person who sees auras, feels auras, works with the energy system, and learns things about people without ever actually touching a person, you know that there's lots of information around the body. And that is where brain conductivity comes in. You want to make it stronger? You want to control your pulses, and you want to learn how to clean it out or empower it. And that is where things like manifestation come in, and overall mental, physical, and spiritual health. And just the awareness that you yourself are outside of your vehicle can be extremely revolutionary to most people. And that is why I'm here to tell you that your brain is not just in one spot. It moves around, and it is not contained within your head. Okay, that is, you have 3 brains, and this brain is the one that controls the electric pulses. And we'll talk about another one tomorrow. Thank you.